her grip on House Democrats is as strong as ever. Watch this.
Without even asking anybody for a vote, I have over 2/3 of the caucus supporting me. It's a funny thing in a caucus or any place, when somebody challenges you, your supporters turn out, both internally in the caucus and in the country.
But Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio, that guy right there, believes it's time for a change and is challenging Pelosi for House Minority Leader. He joins us right now from the Cannon Rotunda. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so there she is saying she's got 2/3 of the House Democrats on board. You spent the weekend calling folks up on the phone. What were they saying to you?
Well, I think there's an appetite for change within our caucus. I think people are saying, look, if there is 1/3 of the voters in our caucus, it's probably the 1/3 of the voters that are in the closest elections of anybody in our entire caucus. And I think that says something. But the question really is, you know, how bad does it have to get? I mean, we lost 68 seats since 2010. We have the lowest majority, or the lowest number we've had in our caucus since 1929, Steve. I mean, the question is, how bad does it have to get before we recognize we have a change? And there's a lot of working class people that are in congressional districts like mine, that are black, white, brown, gay, straight, that want economic opportunity, and they don't see the Democratic Party as the party that's getting it to them.
All right. Tim, if you were made minority leader, what kind of changes will you bring that she doesn't have on the table right now?
Well, I think emphasis. You know, we talk about minimum wage, but people don't want a minimum wage job. I'm for an increase in the minimum wage, but that's not what people want. They want a middle-class job. They want a job that they can earn a middle-class living, have a solid pension, be able to go on vacation, and then also have the work-life balance to where they're not, you know, working 80 hours a week to make ends meet. I think within our caucus, we're not tapping into the talent that we have in our caucus. People feel bottlenecked, like they don't have an opportunity. We need to raise the profile of these young Democrats and give them a platform to be rock stars in our party.
So you're talking about bread and butter issues, things to put money into people's pockets. The big question, though, Tim, is this. Are you willing to negotiate with the Republicans? I mean, you look at Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid over the last number of years. You know, they seem to have been obstructionists. Nothing got done in the U.S. Senate.
Well, it depends on what the issue is, and I've said this before. If Donald Trump's going to defund Planned Parenthood, privatize Medicare, you know, just simply cut taxes for the top 1% and throw people off their health care, he's going to be in a street fight with a kid from the Youngstown area.
What about infrastructure?
That's how that's going to work.
What about a great big jobs program that they're talking about to offset the tax?
If we're going to get people back to work, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk to them. But what I've been reading about the infrastructure bill is it may be a little gimmicky, it may be a giveaway. I haven't seen the details, so I don't want to comment too much. But if we're going to get working class people back to work, building things, moving and making America the advanced manufacturing capital of the world, where we're exporting things, where people are making things and we can drive those jobs into coal country and places like Youngstown, Ohio, then, you know, we're going to sit down and talk and try to make that happen. And I think that's the direction we can go in. But if he doesn't, if he goes down another direction, he's going to have a fight on his hands.
Ultimately, that's negotiation, though, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the process.
Yeah,
but
that's the process.
I'm laying out for my colleagues the fact that we don't have to give away our values or our principles. I'm willing to take Trump on. You know, I spent my life coming up through a pretty rough area politically, and I know how to do that. And then, but we also need a positive vision for where we're going, and it's about these middle-class jobs.
Sure.
It's about the people in Youngstown who've had a rough time making ends meet because of the national. I think what's happened nationally, we got to help them out.
Well, the big election there in the Democratic caucus is November 30th. Tim Ryan of Ohio, good luck to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.